Title: The Indo-Pakistani War of 1965. A story of conflict and resolution. The year is 1965, and tensions between India and Pakistan are reaching new heights. Both countries, newly independent and facing unresolved border issues, find themselves in a territorial struggle over the region of Jammu and Kashmir. This war would become one of the first major conflicts between the two nations and mark a significant chapter in South Asian history. The conflict began in April 1965 when a series of skirmishes erupted along the disputed borders in the Rann of Kutch, a barren salt marsh in the Indian state of Gujarat. These clashes, however, were only a prelude to what would become a much larger confrontation. By August, Pakistan had launched Operation Gibraltar, a strategy intended to infiltrate forces into the Kashmir Valley and incite a local uprising against Indian rule. Pakistan aimed to capture Kashmir, seeing it as a key region with both strategic and cultural importance. India responded swiftly, deploying a large number of troops to counter the infiltrators. By early September, both sides were engaged in fierce battles. The war intensified as Pakistan launched Operation Grand Slam, targeting the town of Akhnur in Jammu and Kashmir, hoping to cut off Indian supply lines. India responded by crossing the international border into Pakistan's Punjab region, aiming to relieve pressure on its forces in Kashmir and to take strategic positions in Pakistan. The battles were brutal and fought on multiple fronts, with major tank engagements, artillery shelling, and air strikes. The city of Lahore, close to the Indian border, became a focal point of the conflict as Indian forces advanced. Both nations deployed their air forces, leading to one of the largest aerial engagements since World War II, with significant losses on both sides. By mid-September, the war had reached a stalemate, with heavy casualties and little territorial gain for either side. After weeks of intense fighting, the international community, led by the United Nations and major powers, called for an end to the conflict. Both the United States and the Soviet Union, wary of the potential for a larger conflict, intervened diplomatically. Finally, under international pressure, India and Pakistan agreed to a ceasefire on September 23, 1965. In January 1966, the Tashkent Agreement was signed between Indian Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri and Pakistani President Ayub Khan, with Soviet Premier Alexei Kosygin mediating. The agreement required both sides to withdraw to their pre-war positions, ending active hostilities. The Indo-Pakistani War of 1965, though short-lived, left a lasting impact, intensifying the rivalry between the two nations and setting the stage for future conflicts. It remains a defining moment in South Asia's turbulent history.